August 15th, 1977. The air hung thick with the humid inertia of an Ohio summer night. In the quiet, unassuming landscape surrounding the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio Wesleyan University, nothing stirred but the crickets and the gentle hum of scientific instruments. This was no bustling observatory with astronomers hunched over glowing screens. The Big Ear was a behemoth, a fixed, immovable structure of metal and wire mesh spanning acres of rural land. Its purpose was singular, profound, and often profoundly monotonous: to passively listen to the vast, silent symphony of space, hoping for a sign, a whisper, a faint echo from beyond the stars. It wasn't designed to transmit, to shout into the cosmos. It was designed purely to listen, a giant, sensitive ear patiently tilted towards the heavens. Among the dedicated, often anonymous individuals tending to this cosmic ear was Dr. Jerry R. Eman, a volunteer researcher for the nascent SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence program. Eman's routine was a testament to patience and persistence. His days, and often his nights, were spent sifting through reams of green and white computer printouts, endless columns of numbers and letters representing the cacophony of cosmic noise. It was a tedious, often fruitless task, akin to searching for a specific grain of sand on an endless beach. For years, the search had yielded nothing but the expected, unremarkable static of the universe, a cosmic silence that, to many, only reinforced humanity's profound solitude. The Big Ear itself operated with a methodical, almost serene rhythm. It wasn't steerable like a traditional dish. Instead, it relied on Earth's rotation to scan the sky. As the planet turned, the telescope's fixed beam swept across different celestial coordinates. On this particular night, it was focused on a region within the constellation Sagittarius, a prime target for SETI. Sagittarius is home to numerous globular clusters, dense groupings of ancient stars, and lies in the general direction of the galactic center. If intelligent life existed elsewhere in our galaxy, this seemed a logical place for them to set up a beacon. The telescope was exquisitely tuned to pick up specific, narrow-band radio frequencies, primarily the 1420 MHz, or 21 centimeters hydrogen line frequency. This particular frequency is considered a universal constant, emitted by neutral hydrogen atoms that permeate the universe. For any intelligent civilization hoping to make contact, it was theorized to be the most obvious, universal calling channel, a galactic handshake signal. The signals received by Big Ear were processed by a dedicated computer and then printed out as numerical values, with digits and letters representing the signal's strength. A 1 indicated a signal 1 to 2 times stronger than background noise. A 2 meant 2 to 3 times stronger, and so on. Any number above 3, and then letters, represented exponentially stronger signals. Most of the time, printouts were filled with predictable 1s and 2s, interspersed with empty spaces. It was the background hum of an indifferent audience. But on that August night, as the Earth slowly spun, something entirely new happened. For precisely 72 seconds, as the Big Ear's fixed antenna swept past a particular point in Sagittarius, a signal of astonishing power and precision washed over its receivers. This wasn't a sudden alarm bell ringing in the control room. It was a silent, ephemeral event, captured only as raw data on a paper printout. A moment that would forever change humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. Initially recorded as nothing more than a series of strange characters on a sheet of paper, waiting for a human eye to decipher its profound message. Days later, in the quiet solitude of his office, Dr. Eman performed his routine task, reviewing the latest batch of computer printouts. His eyes scanned down the familiar columns of numbers and letters, mostly a monotonous drone of 1s and 2s, the predictable background noise of space. It was a testament to his dedication, or perhaps just his ingrained habit, that he meticulously scrutinized every line. Then he saw it. A sequence of 6 characters, stark and jarring, jumped out from the otherwise unremarkable sea of data: 6EQJ5. Eman's seasoned eyes, accustomed to the subtle nuances of radio astronomy data, immediately recognized the profound anomaly. He knew what these characters represented, and their implications were staggering. Let's break down that cryptic sequence. The 6 meant the signal was 6 times stronger than background noise. The E meant it was 14 times stronger. The Q meant it was 26 times stronger. The U meant it was 30 times stronger. This was the peak, the crescendo. The J meant it was 19 times stronger. The 5 meant it was 5 times stronger. For context, anything above a 1 was considered notable, but a U represented a signal 30 times louder than the ambient cosmic static. It was an astonishing burst of energy, an undeniable, potent whisper from the depths of space. Eamon felt a surge of adrenaline, a profound jolt of excitement mixed with disbelief. His heart pounded. This was everything he said he'd been searching for. He grabbed his red pen, a tool usually reserved for marking errors or routine observations. With a trembling hand, he circled the anomalous sequence on the printout. And then, in the margin, next to the circled characters, he scrawled a single, iconic word that would forever immortalize both the signal and his reaction. Wow! This simple, visceral annotation transformed a mere data point into a legend, a moment of profound, almost spiritual recognition. What made the WOW signal so incredibly compelling, so tantalizingly close and undeniable proof of extraterrestrial intelligence? Its characteristics perfectly matched theoretical predictions of interstellar beacon. Narrowband, unlike natural cosmic phenomena like quasars or pulsars, which emit broadband radio noise across a wide range of frequencies, the WOW signal was incredibly precise. It occupied an extremely narrow bandwidth, exactly what an intelligent artificial transmission would produce. This precision is a hallmark of engineered signals. Duration. The signal lasted for exactly 72 seconds. This wasn't random. The Big Ear's design, at any point in space due to Earth's rotation, would remain within the telescope's fixed beam for precisely 72 seconds. The fact that the signal appeared and disappeared exactly within this window strongly implied it was a continuous transmission coming from a fixed, extraterrestrial source that simply drifted through Big Ear's field of view. It wasn't an intermittent burst or an Earth-based signal drifting out of the beam. Frequency. The signal was detected at or incredibly close to the 1420 MHz hydrogen level, 21 centimeters away. As established, this is the most fundamental frequency in the universe, the calling channel that any intelligent civilization, regardless of its biology or technology, might logically choose for interstellar communication. It's the universe's natural medium. No modulation. The signal itself was just a pure, strong pulse, a steady hum, not carrying complex information or intricate patterns. This fits the idea of a simple beacon, a basic "hello, we are here" signal, rather than a detailed message. The initial excitement among the Big Ear team, and soon among the wider scientific community, was palpable, electric. This was everything they had dreamed of. Was this it? Was this the moment humanity finally confirmed it was not alone? Yet, a cautious skepticism also lingered. It was almost too perfect. Could it be a cosmic prank? A fluke? The immediate implications, if true, were mind-boggling, forcing a radical reevaluation of humanity's place in the universe. The initial euphoria and astonishment surrounding the WOW signal quickly gave way to a relentless, almost desperate urgency. The Big Ear team, fueled by adrenaline and the profound implications of their discovery, immediately swung into action. They, along with other radio observatories around the world, began to repeatedly point their massive dishes at the specific coordinates in the constellation Sagittarius where the signal had originated. Days turned into weeks into months, and months into years. Describe the dedication, the sleepless nights, the relentless rescans, the unwavering hope that pulsed through the scientific community. They were listening for an encore, a confirmation, any sign that the cosmic whisper was not a singular, fleeting dream. But despite thousands upon thousands of hours of observation, countless rescans, and decades of looking with increasingly sensitive equipment, the WOW signal was never detected again. It had appeared once, for a mere 72 seconds, a profound exclamation mark in the vast cosmic silence, and then it had vanished back into the background noise as mysteriously as it arrived. This haunting absence became as significant, perhaps even more so, than the detection itself. It defied all expectations. If it was extraterrestrial, why only once? Why the sudden profound silence that followed? This was the central, agonizing enigma that cemented the signal's legendary, perplexing status. Naturally, in the immediate aftermath, initial skeptical theories emerged, attempting to ground the extraordinary event in the mundane. Could it have been terrestrial interference? A stray radio signal from Earth? A passing aircraft? A satellite? A distant military transmission? This was quickly and largely discounted. The signal's incredibly precise frequency, its narrow bandwidth, and crucially, Big Ear's fixed nature of observation, moved with the Earth's rotation, meaning an Earth-based source would have drifted out of its beam after a few seconds, not stayed precisely in the beam for a full 72 seconds, made this highly unlikely. The Big Ear was also specifically designed with filters to mitigate and discount known terrestrial sources. If it were a fleeting aircraft or satellite, its signal characteristics would have been different, typically drifting in frequency or appearing for much shorter or longer durations. The WOW signal's exact 72-second duration strongly pointed to an extraterrestrial origin, passing cleanly through the telescope's narrow observation window. The unsettling reality was that the lack of redetection became the most defining characteristic of the WOW signal. It shattered expectations. If it was a truly extraterrestrial beacon, surely it would repeat. If it was a terrestrial anomaly, why couldn't it be replicated and definitively explained by conventional means? The profound, deafening silence that followed the singular "wow" was, in its own way, perhaps even louder and more unsettling than the signal itself. It left a cosmic void, a question mark hanging in the vastness of space, challenging humanity's understanding of its place in the universe, forcing them to confront the possibility of intelligence and glimpsed for a fleeting moment, then lost again to the unfathomable depths. As the decades slowly unfurled and the WOW signal remained stubbornly undetected, its status transitioned from a mere scientific anomaly to a true modern legend. With each passing year of silence, the theories surrounding its origin grew wilder, more intriguing, and fittingly for our purposes, far stranger and darker. The scientific community, frustrated by the lack of a definitive explanation, found itself grappling with the implications of such a unique event. Some attempts were made to explain it through exotic natural phenomena, pushing the boundaries of conventional astrophysics. A more recent theory, proposed in 2017, suggested that the signal might have come from hydrogen clouds surrounding comets, specifically 266P Christensen and P2008Y12 Gibbs, passing through the telescope's field of view. While hydrogen does emit at 420 MHz, the exact narrowband nature and the astonishing strength of the WOW signal make this explanation difficult to reconcile. For a comet to produce such a precise, powerful, and brief burst that perfectly aligns with the scientific instrument's observation window feels almost too clean, too coincidental, for a purely natural random event. Could it have been micrometeoroids or some fleeting orbital debris creating a momentary, perfect alignment? Still highly improbable given the signal's exacting characteristics. These natural explanations felt like attempts to fit a square peg into a round hole, driven by a reluctance to accept the extraordinary. But it's in the realm of advanced alien explanations that the story of the WOW signal truly descends into the strange and dark, inviting the most profound and unsettling questions. A one-off transmission. Perhaps the signal was entirely unintentional, merely a leakage from an incredibly powerful, distant alien civilization. A stray beam, a technological hiccup, or a massive energy burst that just happened to glance at Earth. Or a single message in a bottle cast out into the cosmic ocean, a desperate, final cry that just happened to cross Big Ear's path before being lost forever. This theory lends a sense of melancholic happenstance, a dying civilization's last gasp. This is a truly dark and poignant theory. Imagine a highly advanced civilization facing imminent extinction, perhaps a supernova, a planet-killing asteroid, or an internal collapse. The WOW signal could have been their ultimate act, a final desperate beacon launched into the void, the last testament to their existence before they faded into oblivion. Its brevity would then be tragically explained, a cosmic farewell. A sentinel signal. What if the signal was deliberately designed, an automated beacon for an incredibly ancient, long-gone civilization? This beacon, perhaps part of a vast interstellar network, might broadcast at set, extremely long intervals, millions or even billions of years apart, and Big Ear just happened to catch one brief, perfect window of its transmission. This implies a vast, intelligent design, perhaps even an ongoing, unseen observation of the galaxy, long after its creators have vanished. It suggests a patient, colossal intelligence at work. The bus stop theory. This concept is particularly unsettling. What if the signal came from a ship, an alien probe, or an interstellar vessel simply passing through that part of space? A quick ping to announce its presence, a fleeting hello, we're just passing by before moving on. This implies a level of technological advancement so far beyond our own that advanced beings casually traverse the galaxy, their presence no more significant than a bus pausing to stop. The WOW signal forces humanity to confront profound existential questions. If it was alien, what does that mean for our species? Are they benevolent, hostile, or perhaps most terrifying, utterly indifferent to our existence? Are they still out there, listening to our silence, or simply continuing their silent journey across the cosmos? The WOW signal makes the concept of extraterrestrial life tangible, not just theoretical. It's a tantalizing glimpse, a haunting possibility that forever challenges our assumptions about our unique place in the universe. It continues to fuel the SETI mission, providing both immense hope and an agonizing frustration. A fleeting promise of contact, forever just out of reach. Decades have passed since that anomalous burst of energy etched itself onto Dr. Jerry Amon's printout. The initial excitement has mellowed into a pervasive, almost melancholic sense of wonder. Despite the exponential leaps in our technological capabilities, the construction of ever more sensitive telescopes, and the application of sophisticated analytical techniques, the WOW signal remains utterly unique. No other signal, before or since, has ever matched its precise, chilling characteristics of strength, duration, and narrow bandwidth. It stands alone, a singular, unexplained cosmic event. The fundamental argument for its intelligent origin, despite skeptical attempts to dismiss it as natural phenomena, remains compelling. The signal's artificial-like characteristics, its extreme precision and frequency, its exact 72-second duration, perfectly matching Big Ear's observation window, and its proximity to the universal hydrogen line, continue to make it the strongest candidate for an extraterrestrial technological signature. This wasn't just random cosmic noise. It looks like a deliberate message, an engineered beacon. It bears all the hallmarks of something crafted, something intelligent, something with purpose. Yet the scientific burden of proof remains heavy. Extraordinary claims, as the adage goes, require extraordinary evidence. While the WOW signal is undoubtedly extraordinary, its profound non-repetition prevents it from being conclusive, undeniable proof. This creates a tantalizing, frustrating paradox. The most compelling piece of evidence for alien intelligence is also the one that can never be confirmed, forever trapped in the past. The philosophical impact of such a fleeting, powerful event continues to shape humanity's view of itself. It forces us to confront our potential insignificance in a vast, possibly teeming universe. Or conversely, it highlights our profound place as the lone listeners who just once caught a glimpse of something truly cosmic. It's a mystery that speaks to our deepest hopes of companionship beyond Earth and our most primal fears of the unknown and the impossibly vast. Ultimately, the most haunting aspect of the WOW signal is the long silence that has followed. For 47 years, our most sensitive ears have been pointed towards that specific patch of sky, listening intently, patiently, and desperately. But the universe has largely remained silent. Was the WOW signal a lone cry in the dark, a brief flicker of life from a distant, long-dead civilization, a forgotten beacon from an alien race that has since perished, its final message echoing through time? Or was it a deliberate, calculated message sent by an intelligence so far beyond us that we only glimpsed a fraction of its existence, a casual hello before they continued on their incomprehensible journey? The WOW signal is not just a scientific anomaly, it's a profound existential question. We heard an echo, but from whom, and why did they go silent? The truth remains buried in the vast, cold void, an enduring, chilling reminder that we may not be alone, but that communication across the cosmic ocean is a terrifyingly difficult, and perhaps ultimately impossible endeavor. The WOW signal is still out there, its silent echo a testament to the greatest, strangest, darkest, and most mysterious question humanity has ever faced. Are we truly alone in the